Today, our yoga class is going to take us through some mobility transitions on our way to mermaid pose, which is a variation of pigeon pose. So lots of movement through the hips, lots of movement through those shoulders. We're going to be binding our poses today. So meet things where you are. I recommend that you have a pair of blocks to help you out with some of these transitions. You can also grab a strap and use it anytime those hands feel a little far away from one another. Let's begin on our backs in a supine position. Have your knees up towards the ceiling. Let's take a breath in. Send those arms overhead. Roll your shoulders underneath you. Find a little bit of a lift through your chest. And as you exhale, press your hands down towards your thighs. Press into the feet. Feel everything draw in and up. Let's do this again. Inhale, think cow back as you open up through the chest, open through the side body, and find extension through the front side. Exhale, bringing it in, maybe a little tuck through the tail, slight abdominal engagement. One more time, breathing in, find that lift through the chest, find that lift of the back away from the mat, and exhale, bringing it back in. Let's roll over to the right side. Take your left hand, bring the back of your hands against your low back. Maybe you can snuggle this up in between your shoulder blades. Release your head towards the mat and relax through the side of your neck. Press the back of your hand into wherever it's pressing against and breathe. If you'd like to take this a little bit deeper, you can roll onto your back. You may have to adjust things a little, lifting it up before landing it down, bringing that arm flush against the floor. Continue to breathe here for a cycle in and out. If you are on your back, roll back to your side. Send this arm overhead. Bring the palm in between your shoulder blades. You can take your bottom arm, press against your elbow to get that tricep stretch, and you can lay your ear on the side of that bottom arm. Same thing, we can stay, or we can roll onto the back, landing on that headrest. And try to give those shoulders a roll down and back. I'm okay with you having a slight arch through your spine. If you are on your side, go ahead and release the arm. If you're on your back, roll over a little bit and then release the arm. Let's take it over to the left. Same thing. Bringing your right hand behind your low back, maybe up in between your shoulder blades. Now, one side might feel very different than the other. Mine do. Don't sweat it. It's just something to notice. You can stay right here, or you can roll onto your back. Let the feedback your body is giving you dictate the choice that you make. So we're working with ourselves, not against ourselves. Breathing deeply in and out. Return to your sides, send the arm overhead, palm in between the shoulder blades, reach around for that elbow and try to stay lifted. So rather than crunching forward, lift up through that chest. You can stay here or roll onto the back. That right arm is almost a pillow underneath your head, sort of like a headrest. Breathing in and out. Let's release, either rolling to the side or giving ourselves a little lift as we remove that right arm. Let's pull the knees in towards our chest. We're going to use some momentum here, kicking the legs over and then towards the top of the mat, crossing up the legs and coming into a tabletop position. Let's send our left arm out in front of us. Thumb is going to be up. Now turn the palm down. Reach the arm out to the side like a T. Turn the palm up towards the ceiling so your thumb is going towards the back of the room. And then bring your hand behind the low back, maybe up towards those shoulder blades. Try to find a hover, so keep that elbow high. Re-extend and bring it back out in front of you. Again, we're just working some active mobility out to the side, palm up, bring it around towards the back. How high can you get that palm? How high can you keep the elbow? Bringing it out to the side and out in front. Let's do this one more time. T, palm up, between the shoulder blades, and extend out in front. Land that hand down, shift the hips towards the heels, get that stretch through the tricep, through the side body. Bring it forward, send the arm out to the side, thread it underneath. Shoulder and ear come towards the mat, back of the hand is pressing down. Extend your right arm towards the ceiling. You can send your hips back a bit if you're more comfortable, more in a child's pose with our needle thread rather than a tabletop. Turn that palm away, bring it behind the low back, maybe all the way around towards that opposite hip crease. Breathe in, creating space through the shoulders, through the area around the shoulder blades. And as you exhale, release that tension. Let your body get heavy. Let it be soft. Right hand returns to the ground. Send that left arm out and then lower it down. Let's do this on the right. Right arm extends. Palm down, arm out like a T, palm up, thumb behind, and bring the back of the hand towards the low back, maybe up towards the shoulder blades. Again, one side might be different. Don't sweat it. It's just something to notice. A lot of what we're doing, let's repeat, on our mat is observing. So noticing what's going on with our body, and not to judge it, but to meet it where it is. Maybe balance out those differences and work with what we've got. Bring that hand back around and extend it out in front. Lower the hand down, shift the hips toward the heels, crawl those fingertips forward, maybe even tense up. Now you can draw your armpit down or you can energetically lift it up and round through your upper back. Different sensations. Do what works for you. Re-extend that right arm out. Thread it through. Right ear, right shoulder to the mat. Maybe hips towards the heels or stay rooted through that upper body. Send the arm high, left arm, palm away towards that opposite hip crease for your binds. So we've got internal rotation at the shoulder. Be mindful of the sensations here. Nothing should feel sharp. Nothing should feel like it's taking your breath away. Comfortably uncomfortable, that's okay. Let's release. Lower that hand. Arm comes out like a T. And bring those hips to the heels as you sit yourself up, shoulders above your hips. Let's come on up high. Extend your arms skyward. As you exhale, cactus the arms. You can reach for opposite elbows behind. Find that lift through the chest. Roll your shoulder blades down your back as if they're going to go into your back pockets. If you want to take this a bit deeper, you're going to re-extend those arms. Cactus. Bring the hands behind, finding a bind. Roll your shoulders down and back. Drive your knuckles down as you lift your chest up. Gaze can go up. Thumbs can come away. If you'd like to take this deeper still, you can come into an Ustrasana, camel variation. So cactus, hands can come to the low back. You're shifting the hips forward, opening through the upper part of your back, maybe walking your hands down. If you want to lean back a little more, you can. Do not dump into your low back. Stay lifted through the chest. Perhaps you bring your hands towards either one of your heels and then find that lift up. Generous stretch through the front side of the body. Let's stay for one breath in and out. You can lower those hips down, roll things out, and then come back into your high kneeling position. Take your left hand around, snuggle it up between the shoulder blades if you can. This is an excellent place for your strap. So your right arm is going to come up. If you have a strap, a belt, one side in one hand, one in the other, you're going to reach between the shoulder blades. See if you can grab fingertip to fingertip and then open up. So continue to find this lift through the chest. Deep breath in. As you exhale, keep that back nice and flat. We're hinging, so your hips are going back. Your chest is coming forward. Your head is continuing to press against that right forearm like it is a headrest. Let's inhale, rise back up, release, cartwheel those arms. Let's take the opposite side. Right arm comes on up. You can give it some help if you need to. You can grab that strap if you would like to. Left arm up, reach between the shoulder blades. Energetically draw those fingertips towards one another. They may touch, they may not. Head against the headrest. Press the elbow up and back. Stay nice and flat through the spine and exhale. Hinge through those hips as your chest comes towards your mat. Breathe in. And as you exhale, press down, lift up, release those arms, give it a little shrug, give a little shake, give a little circle out through those hips, a little shimmy. Can look like anything you want it to. Let's return to our tabletop position. Send your right heel up. As you exhale, pull that knee in towards your nose. Maybe you can even touch your elbow. Let's inhale, lift. Exhale, pull it in. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull it in. Hold it in nice and tight. You're going to step forward so that your hand is replaced by your foot. Shift the weight into your foot. You can grab blocks if you need them. Tuck your back foot, lift the back knee, and then bring the knee forward so you're in this narrow kneeling position. This is what we're going to be moving from throughout our flow. This is where our mobility comes in. Place the hand down, shift the knee back, and then bring that right foot back. Let's do the opposite side. Lift the heel, pull the knee in, lift it up, pull it in. Last one, lift it up, pull it in, deep flexion, step it up. Hands frame, the knee slides forward. Narrow kneeling, you can have your toe tucked or untucked. Bring it back, knee to knee, tabletop. Step the right foot forward, narrow kneeling. Directly to the opposite side, step it back, tabletop, step it up with the left, narrow kneeling. You want to get crazy here? Step it back, hover your tabletop. Step it forward, kneeling. Step it back, float your table, step it up, and kneel. Let's return to our table. Lower the knees, hips towards the heels, child's pose. If you want to glide through to a cobra, take a little vinyasa, feel free to do it. We're going to start building our flow here. Returning to our table, lift that right heel up, step the foot to the hands, and find your kneeling position. Hands to blocks, fingertips, or on your mat, back toes tucked or untucked, okay? Press down, lift, generous step back with your left foot, lower your knee, untuck those toes, arms rise up on your inhale. As you exhale, let those hips slide forward. Separate railroad tracks. We're staying pretty square towards the front. My knee likes to come out to the side a little bit, so feel it out for yourself. As you exhale, hands come down, tuck, lift that back knee, shorten your stance, back heel comes down. We're in a warrior one with our feet, heel to heel alignment. Hands come to those hips. As you rise up, they should be pretty square, maybe slightly out to the side. Bring your arms behind. Inhale, roll those shoulders down and back. Lift through the chest, lift the thumbs away. Exhale, humble warrior. So come down inside of that front thigh, strong through those legs. Drive your knuckles up. As you inhale, release your binds. Left hand lands down. Glide that back leg back. Lower your back knee down. Peel open through your right foot. Circle open through that right arm. Crooked lizard, working through this outer hip. Face the front. Heel toe your front leg across. Lower your shin down. Pigeon. Still early in class. Feel it out. Maybe bend that back leg a bit. Shift side to side. Move through the pelvis. Move through the shoulders. Use your hands. I'm using my hands to move myself around. Shift to that right hip. Left leg forward. Swivel. Press down into that right hand. And we're in our narrow kneeling position on the left. Lift that right leg. Send it back. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Lower the foot. Lift the arms. And glide those hips forward. Create some space for those hip flexors to open up. Exhale, hands down, tuck, lift. Slight step forward, heel down. Heels are in one line. Your back foot, your toes are open on the diagonal. Bend through that front leg. You can bring those arms up if you'd like for your warrior one first. And then find your bind behind. Weird thumb on top. Lift through the chest. Exhale, dive on the inside of that thigh. An inhale releases your hands. Right hand lands. Glide that back foot back. Lower the knee and peel open. Crooked lizard. Move things around. Okay. We want to find some buoyancy, some space in our poses. If you're wedged somewhere, you are too far. Heel toe this front foot across. Pigeon or 90-90, little shin box. Sit to that hip. Sweep your right leg forward. Find your narrow kneeling position. We're going to add on. Hands down. Step that foot back. Keep your back knee high this time. Inhale. Alanasana. High lunge. Exhale. Hands to the hips. Find your warrior one. Re-extend those arms. Bring them behind. Lift the chest with a breath in. With your breath out, bring it towards the inside. A breath in returns you to your high lunge. So rise up, shift the weight forward, turn those back toes. Your hips are square to the front once again. Reach those arms high. Exhale, back heel down, open your hips to the left, warrior two. This front knee is tracking in the same direction as those toes the entire time. I like to have weight pressed into my big toe and then into the pinky edge of the foot. Help ensure that. You're gonna add the arms. So you can straighten your leg for a second. Take this left hand, bring it behind your back, maybe up between those shoulder blades. Your right hand reaches over, and then fingertip to fingertip, head against that headrest. Rebend, inhale, lift your elbow high. As you exhale, dip forward with your torso. Release the hands. Forearm to thigh, maybe hand on the inside, maybe taking a bind. So reaching towards the opposite hip crease, turning your palm away, reaching underneath, and then opening through the chest in our bound side angle. Let's release this. Circle over with that back arm. Hand lands down as you square those hips. Lower your back knee, peel open through your front knee. Find your crooked lizard. You know where we're going now. Heel toe across. Pigeon. Maybe finding a little more space on our mat with these poses. Shift to the hips. Step your left foot forward. Narrow kneeling. Step it back. Alanasana. High lunge. Arms rise. Hands to the hips. Perhaps a slight shorten. Heel down. We're still trying to stay pretty square to the front. Be mindful of this front knee. Bring your arms high. Bring them behind. Weird binds if you can. Lift the chest. And bring it inside of that front thigh. Humble warrior. Inhale, return to your high lunge. So ball of the back foot, maybe a glide back if you shortened your stance. Arms re-extend skyward. Exhale, heel down. Toes pointing towards the long edge this time. Arms parallel to the floor, warrior two. So we have a fully open hip rather than a semi-square hip. That is the difference. Let's straighten through the front leg just to ease off of that isometric contraction for a moment. Bring your right hand behind, maybe in between. Left arm up, fingertip to fingertip. Press against the headrest. Rebend, lift through the elbow, lots of space. Dip through the torso, integrity through the legs. Release the hand, forearm, thigh. Maybe taking your bind in your bound side angle. Stay on the pinky edge of that front foot. Release. Let's circle our back arm overhead. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Right hand lands down. Right knee lands down. We're peeling open to the left side. So find buoyancy as you move through those transitions. I like to come up and then down a little bit so I've got space to move around and nothing feels like it's getting pulled out. Let's heel toe across. Pigeon. Sit to the hip. Heel in. Foot forward. Narrow kneeling. Smoothing it out. Bringing it back. Inhale, Alanasana. High lunge. Exhale, warrior one. Find your bind. Lift the chest, breath in. Breath out. Humble, bow it forward. Inhale, high lunge. Adjust that stance. Use your hands if you need them. Exhale, heel down, warrior two. Stay low if you can. Inhale, add those arms, lift through that elbow, head rest. Exhale, dipping forward. Maybe binding your side angle. Stay lifted through the chest. Release. Circle around as you square up. Hand lands, peel open. Maybe bend your back leg. Maybe reach for that foot with the hands. Pull yourself open, kicking back into it. Release, heel toe across, pigeon pose. Sit to the hip. Left forward, press down onto the shin. Send that leg back. Inhale, high lunge, Alanasana. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Find your lift. Humble, bow it forward. Inhale, return, Alanasana. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Inhale, find that bind, lift through the elbow. Exhale, dip it forward. Maybe bind up your side angle. Release, circle over as you pivot around, slow motion. Lower the knee down, peel open, maybe reach around for that back leg. Heel toe across, pigeon pose. Sit to the hip, bring the foot around, narrow kneeling. All right, one more time, breath pace. Hands, step, high lunge. Warrior two. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, hinge. Inhale, square, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse, add those arms. Exhale, dive, add your binds. Inhale as you release, square yourself up, lower the knee. Open it up. Crooked lizard. Release, heel toe across. Sit into your pigeon. To the side, step up to the shin. Right leg back. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, humble. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, find the binds. Exhale, dip. Inhale, two binds. And exhale, swivel all the way around. Breathe in, crooked lizard. Breathe out, bring it across, pigeon. Sit to the left, step with the right. Hands down, we're gonna do something different. Step that foot behind. Bring your right heel towards your glute, send that leg high, bend your knee, stack your hip open. Now as you exhale, pull the knee towards the wrist, lower, swivel the shin across, and glide back into your pigeon pose. Stay active through the pinky edge of that foot. Maybe you press things down and find this energetic lift up. If you want to add the bind, coming into our mermaid, you're going to bend through that back leg. Reach around with the hand. You can stay here or snake this guy in. If you need to adjust the positioning of your shin, of that back leg, now's the time to do it. Stay lifted through the chest. Scissor those legs towards one another, even though they're far apart. You can lift through the front arm. Maybe reach it towards the ceiling. Maybe fingertip to fingertip. Press against the headrest. Open things up. Deep breath in to stay. Exhale. Soften. Control the release. Let's sit onto the hip, turning that back toe up. Taking a side bend here, forearm to the inner thigh. Extend your right arm over, reach in the direction of those toes. As you inhale, cartwheel, bend through the back leg, bring it around. We're taking a twist here, so root down through that foot, sit up tall, root that opposite arm, hug around, or hook, lift, and twist. Gaze leads the way. Exiting, pivoting to face the front. Turn those front toes, and then we're just going to come onto that knee. So it's a little bit of this windshield wipey action like we did with our crooked lizard. Step the right leg back, plant the hands, left heel glute, send it up, bend it, and stack it. Pull through to the wrist, swivel around, pigeon pose. This may be where you land, or you might want to try out that mermaid. Maybe lift and lower a few times, get those muscles warmed up. We're drawing towards midline and then using that leverage to pull ourselves open, kind of like a bowstring. So that back heel comes in, reach around for it. Maybe pull it in nice and close. Maybe lift the front arm. Maybe reach fingertip to fingertip. Maybe pull against and lift up. Press into the pinky edge of that front foot to help keep yourself upright. A breath in, lift through the chest. Breath out as you exit with control. Extend, sit to the hip, turn those back toes up, sole of the foot comes in. Extend that arm, side bend, reach it over in the direction of those toes. Breathe into that side body, create lots of space. As you exhale, cartwheel those arms. Take your back leg, bringing it across. Right hand roots, hug or hook, sit up. Imagine rooting that right hip down. It might be up, that's okay, but we're rooting through the foot and the hip simultaneously to get this twist here. Let's turn to face the front. Toe down, swivel to the shin. Bring that foot forward. Bring your right foot backward. Hands come down. Send your left leg back. Send that right leg back. Lower down onto the belly. Arms come forward, Sphinx pose. Pull the chest forward. Broaden through the collarbones. It's as if your elbows are going to touch your hip bones. Deep breath in, feel that expansion. And exhale, soften things out. Let's inhale, lift back up. I want you to gently press that left elbow up so that you can glide your right arm underneath, palm up. Now lower your shoulder down towards the mat. Either extend this left arm out in front or bring it across like a pillow. You're in control of how much weight comes down on that right shoulder. It's like we're doing that stretch that we did in gym class, elementary school, but we're doing it on our bellies. So we have some added weight. If you're pretty flexible here, you can glide the front arm across. I can't even demo that, it just does not work in my body. So that you're making sort of like an X shape. Place a bend through your left leg. Press down through that left hand. Circle open through your chest, remaining in this twist. Your lower body is your anchor. Let that chest twist open. Let gravity help you out. Soften any tension that you might find. Return through center. Unthread as you come into your Sphinx. Take a breath in, pull that chest forward. Maybe you even lift those elbows up, pressing your hips down, tops of your feet down. Length through the neck, no crunching through the back. And exhale, release. Lift your right elbow. Thread underneath with the left palm up. Now land the chest on that bicep. Pillow or extend your opposite arm forward. Maybe you even move things around through the ribs, through the hips, letting the ribs come along. Bend through your right leg. It's like it's in a half frog. Place your right hand down. Roll to that shoulder and then circle your arm open. Breathing deeply in and out. Release that tension through your toes, through your glutes, through your pelvic floor, through the core, and finally through those fingertips and the face. Return center, Sphinx pose, breathing in. Exhale, lowering down. Bend through your legs. A little grand finale here. Bring your hands back behind you. Reach for those ankles. Reach for whatever you can grab. Pull those heels in. Press your pelvis down. Maybe you even find a little bit of a lift through those thighs. Hopefully you're getting a stretch. Now relax. Take a breath in to set. As you exhale, kick back into those hands. Use that kick to lift the chest up. Gaze goes out in front of you. Bow pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Exhale and lower. Take another breath in to reset. Exhale, length through the crown of the head as you kick back and lift yourself up. Exhale and lower down. Let's do this one more time for good measure. Breathing in. Exhale, kick back, lift up. Gaze is going up. And release. Release the hands. Windshield wipe through the legs. Maybe circle them around. Let's roll onto our backs, however you'd like to get there. Bring your knees in. Hold on to the corresponding shin with each hand. Let's circle around, big circles. Allowing that low back to release. Noticing the curves through your spine. Might be gently pressing into and lifting away from your mats. This creates that S shape. Let's circle in the opposite direction. Send those legs high, point through your toes. Flex, a little rock through the hips. Point and flex. Rebend those knees. Allow your feet to come to the mat. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Toes are going to point in. Now let your knees fall together. You might lift and tuck your tailbone underneath a little bit. Draw those shoulders underneath you. Length through the crown of the head, even in this supine position. If you feel comfortable landing here, this is where we will stay. If you'd prefer to move around or come into another position to finish off your practice, feel free to make those adjustments. In either case, gaze is soft or eyes completely closed. Arriving in this space with your breath. Noticing any sensations as they arise. Taking a moment to scan your body from your toes, through your feet and your ankles, along the length of your calves, your shin, through the knees, the upper part of the leg, the thighs, the hamstrings, around the hips, the glutes, the pelvic floor. Noticing those inner thighs as they run up along the hip flexors, through the lower part of your torso, up towards the low ribs, through the side body, through that cage which encases your lungs, your heart, all those vital things, through the chest and the shoulders, along the length of your arms, through the neck, through the jaw, around the sides of the face, the cheekbones, around the eyes, across the forehead, and finally towards the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth. Let it out. Bring those feet together. Roll onto a side. Lower arm under the ear like a pillow. Top arm across the belly. Knees pulled towards the chest. Press down into that free hand. Press down into the elbow as you rise up to a seat, some kind of upright position through the torso. Let's seal our practice here with 3 breaths together. Deep breath in through that nose. Feel the chest rise, feel the neck elongate. Keep that space, open your mouth, sigh it out, heavy through points of contact with the floor. Again, deep breath in through the nose. Keep the length, soft through the shoulders. Exhale. One more time, deep breath in. Lips stay sealed. Soft exhale through the nose. Bring those hands in, chin towards the chest. Acknowledge your practice. Express gratitude for your body. Release the hands, open the eyes, and lift the gaze up. If you enjoyed the class, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you here again next time.